If you want a great physique, you're gonna have to train harder, train faster, perform better. The only way to do that is to make sure you have enough energy to do so. Stop cutting out the carbs. It only works for a short term. You have to figure out a way to lose the fat while having high energy. That way you can perform in the gym, that way you can build muscle and lose fat. Willpower is weak, but your environment is key. Imagine how much easier it would be to stick to your goals and get to your goals if you threw out all of the junk food that's in your pantry. So you see, the less you have to rely on self-control, the easier it's going to be to get to your goals. So instead of having a bunch of crap in your pantry, replace those with healthier food, because then you have to eat it. No matter what you're craving, you're going to have to eat it. I mean, unless you want to get in your car, put on your shoes, get in the car, maybe it's raining outside, go to the store, drive to the store, get your food item, wait in line for a bag of Takis. And if that's you, then I'm sure you'll feel some type of way about it. Like, damn, I really went all this way just to crave a food. How weak am I? Anyways, what I'm saying is environment is key. Change your friend group, change your music content, change the things you watch on Netflix. Stop watching food shows. Watch like inspirational, goal-driven movies kind of thing, because guarantee it's going to be a lot easier to get to your goals. So right now, I'm going to show you exactly what I did to look like this in the most simplest but truthful way possible, because I know a lot of influencers are BS. So number one is simple, and it has to do with training. The way I train is I train till complete failure, every single muscle group for 9 years straight with complete consistency, working on progressive overload. And number two, which is kind of a blessing for me, at least, is I had a great environment around me at all times. My best friends were people who were just as motivated as I was, always wanted to go to the gym. And the thing is when you have an environment as great as that, is it creates like a friendly competition, meaning, at least for me, I could never slack off because I want to win too. And number three, which is crucial, I think for everybody, is what I did is I loved every single part of working out. It didn't matter if I was injured. It didn't matter how tired I was. It didn't matter if I went alone or by myself or with people. Since I loved doing it so much, I always made sure to do it every single day because I loved it that much. I would always find a way to get past the injuries. Like, for example, I broke my pinky and I couldn't really lift heavy, but what I could do is I could lift a 5-pound weight over my just raising it up like that, and I would hold it for like 10 minutes straight. You have to train intense with complete consistency for a long time. You have to have a good environment around you because that creates friendly competition. And number three, love doing it because no matter what comes. You guys, if you guys are overweight, I can only imagine that is not a fun place to be in. And I know there's a lot of body positivity stuff and all that, but let's kind of cut the BS. If you want more energy, you want more motivation, you just want to improve the way you feel about yourself, even if it's just a little bit, text me the word coaching and we can get you on a structured plan taking you from point A to point B. And I know for those of you guys who have been overweight all your life, it can be hard to believe that that's possible, but I'm telling you right now, it is possible. There is steps we can do to take you from point A to point B. Message me the word coaching and I'll give you more information about how all of this stuff works. Number one thing I make sure my clients are doing if they want to transform their physique and be shredded and be lean for summer is they need to be sleeping 7 to 9 hours a day. Consistently, constantly. Because the thing is a lot of people slack off on sleep, but that just means extra cortisol levels. And when you have extra higher levels of cortisol, you're not going to be building muscle, you're not going to be losing fat, and on top of that, it's going to make you crave a bunch of nonsense food and alcohol and weed because you're so upset, you're so stressed out, you're so angry. So number one thing you guys can do if you want to transform your physique, and if you're not doing it, is getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep a day consistently on a schedule. You're not as lazy as you think you are. It's just TikTok and weed and alcohol that's killing your dopamine levels. And trust me, I would rather be higher than a kite on TikTok watching funny dog videos. I would rather do that. But you see, that's not what's going to get you the physique you guys want. Look, the least you can do is just start eating better. You start eating better, you're going to have more motivation, more energy. And if you want to start doing that, I have a free nutrition guide that I give out to everyone. So just text me the word food plan and I'll send that over. Again, it is free. It's going to get you on the right track to actually wanting to self-improve and get you on that track to looking good. You don't need hours inside of the gym. All you need is 2 compound movements at max intensity, 20 minutes a day, and you'll be able to get there. You guys, I'm busy too. And throughout all of the jobs that I've had, aerospace technician, I used to wash cars at a dealership, running my coaching business, working 8 to about 14 hours. All I do is get after it. I prioritize it. I would work out 30 minutes to an hour, but you can still do it in 20 minutes. 2 compound lifts, max intensity, 20 minutes. Is it possible to control your weight and lose weight at your will? The answer is yes, and it's not some magical food, some magical exercise, and it's not some magical fat loss burning supplement. And the magical way of controlling your weight loss is calorie counting. Now, before you stop this video and scroll, just give me a second to explain and pay attention. Now look, if you are about to scroll, you are most likely trying to find some quick strategy to get you to lose weight, but in reality, there is no quick method of doing so. You have to put in more effort if you want to receive its benefits. The more you put in, the more you get out. You see, that's also the reason why 99.9% of Americans are overweight, are unhealthy, are untoned, and not fit. So if you don't want to count calories, I completely understand. That just means that you're probably not going to get to your goal. Now, for the 0.1% of you who are willing to count calories to control your weight at will and lose fat, here's what you have to do. Plug in your stats into this formula. Now, once you found out the number from that formula, multiply it by this multiplier. Once you found that out, that's how many calories you should be eating every single day. But it is a rough estimate, a very rough estimate. So you would want to test that for about a week to see if you gain or lose weight. Find your maintenance calories. Once you found that, that's when you could subtract anywhere between 300 to 500 calories from there, and that's when you start losing weight. And then all you got to do is adjust your calories to control how much weight loss you actually want to lose. You know what's crazy is most people are skinny fat nowadays. They are not only gaining weight and gaining fat, but since they're not moving, they're not exercising, they have no muscle. So now they're skinny and fat at the same time. Look, if you guys are trying to change that, I am taking people on to transform their bodies, just like I've done to Angelo. We went through different phases that has led him to fix these problems, building muscle, losing fat. So if you're skinny fat, you want to make a change, you want to look fit, you want to get toned up, DM me the word program and we can possibly get something moving forward for you. Now, look, you guys, if you're trying to lose fat and build muscle, but you are stuck at a plateau and you just seem to be hitting a wall, look, there's only so much more that you can do. You can only train so much. You can only run so much. You can only do so much more cardio. The thing that you guys have to do is you have to stop trying to put in more. And sometimes it's all about doing the right thing that's going to move the needle forward and get you to start losing fat and toning up. So here's just a quick list of things that you can be doing that is going to move the needle forward. Number one, for the time that you are working out, it's not about the length of time that you work out. It's about the type of intensity that you put in per minute that you're working out. I would rather work out for 15 minutes going all out than to be kind of semi putting in effort for about 2 hours of working out. Second is change your foods to whole foods. Even if you're seeing some weight loss frozen meal, that is not a whole food. It's likely going to cause some kind of inflammation, stress your body out, make you unhealthy, cause a bunch of bloating, and that's going to be hard to lose weight. Stick to whole foods and a variety of different of them. Next is to focus on your protein intake. If you are not consistently hitting your grams of protein you need to hit every single day, then you're already doing something wrong. And then last but not least, you're going to have to track your calories. You're going to have to stay consistent with it and have it in a way that's built for your specific goals in your body type. For example, a skinny fat guy is going to have completely different numbers when counting calories than someone who is overweight or someone who is skinny. Start applying those things and that's what's going to move that needle forward to you getting that summer body and getting shredded and going to the beach how you want to feel, which is more confidence and just better in general. If you are skinny fat, you have a bird chest, and you have these love handles, pay attention because I'm going to show you how to tone up. Number one is going to be changing your perspective of getting to your goals. You need to stop worrying about losing fat and start worrying about gaining weight so you can gain muscle so that way you can look toned. Number two, go on a lean bulk and stay on a lean bulk for about anywhere between 1 to 3 years. That way you can actually have the time to be able to build muscle. Number three, make sure those foods are coming from whole foods and a variety of different foods and stop eating stuff like Carl's Jr. and trying to go on this dirty bulk. So stay away from all the bad foods because the bad foods is going to cause a bunch of inflammation, bloating, and all these unhealthy problems. And when your body is unhealthy like that, it's going to be a lot harder to build muscle and lose fat in the first place. Number four, once you built enough muscle because you spent a period of time where you bulked for a few years, then you're able to start cutting, which is a simple calorie deficit. Message me the word skinny fat, and I'm gonna send you a YouTube video going in depth about what I've just talked about.